Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Big Match Build-Up Show. This is the show that does exactly what it says in the title. We build up to tonight's big match, where tonight West Ham travel to the Midlands to take on Big Sam Allardyce's already relegated West Brom side in a must-win match for West Ham. Scott, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, not bad, mate. You?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Scott, the team news is out, so let's get straight into it. Strong team.
Very, very strong. Very strong. You look at that. What's he gone for? This Fabianski in goal, Kufal. Hang on, I've lost it again.
No.
I really need to check this before I come on here, don't I? Hold on. Waiting for it to spin past me. Right, so it's Fabianski in goal, Kufal right back, Obona and Dawson centre, Creswell left back, Rice and Souček in the midfield, Ben Rama back in the side with Lingard, Fornals and Antonio up top.
I'll tell you what, that is the perfect team tonight. That is the team. So. That is the team that hopefully, fingers crossed, is going to get us 3 points. But the thing is, Scott, as you know yourself, we've watched football a long time. These are the sort of games when you play an already relegated team that these are the games that West Ham sort of slip up in. And we've been in a bit of bad form recently. But do you know what? I look at their team. I look at our team. I know we say this all the time on paper. We are the better team, but football's played on grass. And we need to make sure today that we get on the ball. And I'm really glad Ben Rama's starting tonight. Yeah. Because I think if he would have been dropped after his goal the other night, I think that it would have dented his confidence. But him tonight, he's got a massive opportunity to end this season on a high, to give David Moyes something to think about during pre-season and obviously next season as well.
Yeah, that's it, mate. And we've said all along, maybe getting that, wanting that goal and trying to get that goal probably may have affected him slightly. Now he's got that goal, as we've seen previously with players like Bowen and Antonio when they were hunting for their first goals for the club. They got them and they went on a bit of a scoring run. So hopefully now Ben Rama took his chance when he come on. Brilliant goal that he scored. Salvaged just the game realistically. And now gets his just rewards with coming in for a start. And like you said, on paper, as we said, the game the other night on paper we should have won, but we didn't. It's gonna go one of two ways tonight, isn't it? It's gonna be one of them where they put up a fight because the pressure's off, or they're all on their holidays, as Norwich was last season at this stage of the season.
Yeah. The only thing that worries me about tonight is, for one, it's Big Sam. He won't want us getting in Europe, and for two, they got fans back there tonight. Yep. So they've got 5,500 of their fans there tonight. So that might give them that bit of, something that they need, a kick up the arse, and they want to go out with a bang. They're already relegated. As you said, nothing to play for. But, do you know what?
This could be the opportunity where the West Brom fans vent their anger. Their team that's let them down, Exactly. This is the thing with fans coming in now. People are saying, fans with affected games and stuff like that. It's one of them. Why let fans back in? See out the season, then let fans back in where we're expecting. Well, look, the fans that are there, they're going to enjoy it. They're going to love it. We saw fans at the FA Cup final the other day, and you've got to feel for the Leicester fans. The fact that they were there to see their team lift the FA Cup for the first time, that's massive.
Well, not all Premier League games have got fans back tonight, Scott, because I was watching a Tottenham game and I couldn't hear a thing. So I don't think they've got fans there tonight.
Yeah, you normally can't hear much anyway there, can we? So you wouldn't even notice if they were or weren't there.
The thing is, we're not... I don't like to keep an eye on other results, but when you get to this stage of the season, you do. And at the moment, Aston Villa are beating Tottenham. So if Everton, I think, are still winning, so they're level on points with us. So tonight, 3 points is massive.
Yeah,
massive 3 points. We just need to do our job and then worry about the others after.
That's it. Like you said, Everton just checked. Everton's still 1-0 up. It's a case of 3 points guarantees us some sort of European football. That's how we've got to look at it. So long as we don't get a hammering, in our last game, 3 points should guarantee us if we pick up should guarantee us Europe if we get the points tonight. If not, if we don't get them tonight, then we've got to make sure we win Sunday and win comfortably.
Yeah, 100%, mate. But me and you have nattered on for 5 minutes. We haven't even said hello to the live chat yet. So, everyone in the live chat, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will come to you in a little while to get all your opinions and thoughts and your score predictions. But Scott, let's have a little quick look at the West Brom team. Let's see what Big Sam's gone with tonight. A couple of standout players there. We haven't got any graphics tonight. Nicky usually does the graphics. His internet's gone down, so we're going to sort of go through our 3 players like this without the graphics. You can act them out if you want, Scott. You can draw pictures of them if you want, mate. If you've got pen and paper, feel free. But I think their standout player is Pereira, who's had a great season for West Brom. In a poor team, he's been their standout man, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of bigger clubs looking at him in the summer, and hopefully we're one of them.
Definitely, mate. Definitely, he's sort of been their catalyst, isn't he? I think he's got their most assists in the side. He's the player who caused us the most problems when we played him earlier in the season as well. You know, that's the thing. He's a match winner for them, and just unfortunately they haven't had the squad to be able to compete in this league. We know, you know, they're going to be relying on him heavily, and he will cause us problems tonight. So we have got to be switched on. We can't just go into this game thinking it's going to be easy, because players like Pereira will pull us apart. And as I said, as we saw earlier in the season, you see how good of a player that he is.
Yeah, definitely. He's a player I rate. I like him. And as I said, there'll be a lot of teams looking at him in the summer. Another player as well, looking at their team, Robson Kanu. You know, he's another player. You know, you got to... He's one of them players. He's not a great goal scorer, but he seems to always score crucial goals. So... He's definitely a player you've got to keep an eye on. And then obviously you've got Phillips there as well. But no Diagana in the team tonight. He started the other day. I thought he might have got a run out tonight, especially against his former team. Big Sam might have threw him in there thinking, right, he's got something to prove against West Ham, but he's on the bench tonight.
Yeah, see, obviously Big Sam doesn't fancy him. He hasn't had a lot of game time under Big Sam, for what I understand. So, you know, it's disappointing, especially the way we were when he left us, and thinking that the season he had before in the Championship for West Brom, he'd kick on. And he just seems to either not been given the chance under Big Sam since Bilic left, or he's just not been the player that we were expecting him to be. You know, But as we said, Robson Kanu, he's got 4 goals this season for him. He's going to be key to the way they play tonight as well. He's going to be there, and he's going to be a nuisance to the centre halves. And going to try and cause them problems. And like you said, he does pop up with them important goals now and again. I'm sure he's done it for Wales a couple of times.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, looking at them, they're going to play a 4-4-1-1 with Pereira just behind Robson Kanu. So, I mean, I look at their midfield, and I'm not going to say it worries me too much, but then, look, I've said things before and it's gone the total opposite. So, I think our midfield will probably be in a little bit of a battle tonight. Souček and Rice have got to be definitely up for it tonight. Yeah,
definitely, mate. That's it. This would be, I think, this game's won and lost in the midfield. If we dominate the midfield, stop the supply to Pereira. You know, sometimes if you can't stop the player, stop the supply to him. You know, as we said, he's going to be looking for the ball. The midfield, as we know with Allardyce sides, they're going to be well drilled. They're going to be very defensive, very negative minded, and they're going to try and keep their shape and make us break them down. Now, if we can dominate their midfield, it will make life much easier to break them down. You know, but as I said, cut that supply to Pereira. I think we'll be in a chance, but everyone's got to be on it today. We need our ball players to, as I said the other week, to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and go on to get these points.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I think it's a big game for Fornells as well tonight. We know his work rate. But he's got to be. He'll probably be the one that'll be tracking Pereira, I think, because Ben Rama and Jesse Lingard have just that little free roll in front of Souček and Rice to look to drop and pick up the ball and feed the beast Antonio up front. Because I know he got a lot of criticism the other day, Antonio, for his performance, but I think tonight he'll go out there and I think he'll have more of the ball, more of the opportunities, because I think West Brom are just going to, as you said, it's a game where they're sort of on their holidays. They don't care if they lose 4-0 or win 4-0 tonight. It don't really You know, it doesn't really bother them, does it? Ain't going to improve their Premier League standings.
I think that you saw against Liverpool, they upped their game. You know, they put in a decent performance. They would have expelled a lot of energy. I know we're talking Premier League players and the fitness levels, all that, but they would have put a lot into that Liverpool game. And they were unlucky to get the result, but maybe that may play in our favour. You know, that last-minute goal that Liverpool scored against them, it's going to knock their confidence a bit, you know, because they've played so well.
Especially when you let a goalkeeper score against you.
Exactly. And that's it. And as I said, they've played so well in the game and not got nothing out of it. So that could affect them. And this where an early goal for us today could be key. You know, get an early goal today, you could see them crumble a little bit. As I said, I know they'll be well drilled and well organised, but I just think with that last minute equaliser, it's going to be in the back of their minds. And I just think, you know, get the early goal, concentrate on their weaknesses, which, you know, we know what Moyes is like. Moyes will be studying how West Brom play, how they've set up. He'll be looking at the weaknesses they've got in their side and trying to exploit them. And, I just think early goal today is very, very key.
Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. And I know we the last few weeks we've spoken about it doesn't matter about performances, it's about results. And we'd all take a 1-0 win tonight. But I want to see a little bit of a good performance tonight because I was disappointed with the game the other day against Brighton. So it'd be nice for us to, like we did at Burnley, get the ball on the floor, knock it about, play a bit of football, entertain the fans that are watching at home, send the West Brom fans home pissed off with their season and make sure Big Sam ain't smiling at the end of the game.
That's it, mate. That's the key thing. That is what we need to do. You know, we need to be on it. I've just had a quick flick through the stats while we're saying it and seeing how key Pereira is for him. He's got 10 goals, I believe, in the league and 6 assists. You know, the next goal scorer is Robinson with 5. And, you know, it just shows how key that Pereira is tonight. And this is what I'm saying about stopping his supply. You know, these are the things. This is it. We've got to concentrate on their strong points, make sure we defend well against their strong points, and then counter-attack them however way we can. Set pieces, again, could be key tonight. You know, we saw the chance Dawson missed the other night. You know, we need to start putting them chances away again.
100%, mate. And before we sort of go into talking about a bit about West Ham, we spoke a little bit about West Brom. We'll talk about our players, who's going to win the game for us, lose the game for us. Let's go through a few of the stats. Let's get the stats out of the way. So the first one, West Brom have only lost 2 of their past 8 league games at the Hawthorns. However, the Baggies are without a win in 5 matches, drawn 2 and lost 3.
I think their last win was against Southampton as well, who have been awful lately.
Yeah. They have only managed to win 1 of their past 16 midweek Premier League games, drawn 5, lost 10. West Brom have lost all 6 games under Sam Allardyce.
Please make that 7.
Please. This is a good stat. I like this one. Allardyce has lost all 4 of his Premier League games against West Ham since leaving the club in 2015. West Ham are 3 points away from equaling the highest Premier League total of 62 set in the 2015-16 season. Obviously, last at the Bowling under Bilic. Great season that was. West Ham have already set a club record of 17 Premier League wins in a season. The Hammers have won 8 top-flight away fixtures in a season for the 3rd time after 1926-27. We got 10 wins. And in, of course, in 85-86 season, we got 9. 1926-27. Drag that one out. West Ham have gone 9 league matches without a clean sheet. That's something that we'll talk about that in a minute, but that's something we need to sort of, especially with these last 2 games. You know, Mikel Antonio scored 11 goals in his last 14 Premier League away starts. West Ham United and West Brom have met in the Premier League we meet in the Premier League for the 22nd time on Wednesday evening. The Hammers have won 8 of the previous 21 fixtures between the 2 clubs in this competition, with the Baggies winning just 4 and 9 draws. The most recent meeting come at London Stadium in January, where Jarrod Bowman and Mikel Antonio scored a 2-1 win for West Ham. Pereira netting for the visitors. We spoke about Pereira, so they're going to be keeping an eye on him tonight, definitely. Hammers are unbeaten in the last 4 Premier League meetings against West Brom.
That surprises me, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was more than that. West Ham's biggest Premier League win over West Brom was a 3-0 success at the Hawthorns on the 30th of April 2016 when Mark Noble scored 2 goals and Andy Carroll got the other. I was there that day. That was a great away day. That was just towards the end of that bowling season, pissing down the rain. Mark Noble was unplayable that day. We had Dimitri Payet, Lanzini, Andy Carroll. That was a great day, great away win, great performance. David Moyes has faced West Brom on 24 occasions in his long managerial career, winning 13, drawing 2 and losing 9. Moyes has also faced Sam Allardyce 24 times, winning 14, drawing 3 and only losing 7. West Brom have conceded 70 goals in 30 Premier League games this season, only scoring 33. Played 36, won 5, drawn 11, lost 20. And Scott, that is the reason, mate, why they are relegated, because you can't concede that many goals in the Premier League. What's that on average? About 1.9 something a game, just under 2 goals a game.
Yeah, it's terrible, and that's the thing. And yet, as I said, when you look at that, they've only scored 33 goals, and 16 of those have been via Pereira, whether it's scoring or assisting. So it shows how key he is for tonight's game for them, and how much we need to worry. But to be honest, I don't want to see players injured, but we need to let him know we're there. We've got to. Whoever first tackle on him, got to let him know he's in for a game. He's in for a rough ride.
I'm sure Declan Rice and Thomas Souček will be speaking about that in the dressing room.
The one that'll probably get him, a Kufau will probably have him up in the air at one point.
Oh, yeah. He's going to stick him up. And as always, mate, the referee tonight is Michael Oliver. His assistants are Stuart Burt and Lee Betts. Fourth official is Darren England. On VAR is Jared Gillette. I don't know. Assistant VAR is Stephen Child. Mike Oliver has refereed West Ham on 29 occasions, including the away Premier League matches at Arsenal, Leeds, Man City and Wolverhampton Wanderers this season. So, yeah, that's the stats, Scott.
That's not bad. And that's not a bad record under him for away games, is it? I think the only one we lost to that was Arsenal.
I think we lost City as well, didn't we?
Did we lose City? Yeah, we drew at home, didn't we? Yeah,
we drew at home. We lost up there, didn't we? So, yeah, I mean, that's the stats, Scott. You know, everything's in our favour tonight, but we said the same against Brighton. We was absolute dogs. So let's be a bit more careful with what we say tonight. But
that's it. And to be honest, this is the game where, like you said, we were saying at the start, it's going to be one of them where it depends how West Brom approach it. You know, Brighton, we just didn't do enough, did we? So we know what we need to do tonight. You know, we said after the Brighton game, the players look leggy. They're probably, hopefully have had a decent recovery. Ben Rama's going to be fresh and buzzing for this one. And let's be honest, we get this win today, it takes a little bit of pressure off for Sunday. The players can be a bit more relaxed, especially the fact that we're playing in front of our fans on Sunday as well. So, it's going to be tough. It's going to be awkward, as we know, with Allardyce sides, but we should have enough to do this.
Yeah.
Three points for the last 2 we need.
I mean, when you sort of look at the league table, Scott, we're sitting in 7th at the moment. We're on 59 points. A win tonight takes us up to 62. West Brom down in 19th, 26 points this season, already relegated. In their last 5 games, lost 3, drawn 2. Our record's a bit mixed. We've lost 3, won 1, drawn 1. So form-wise, we're not that much better than West Brom at the moment. But, we've got something to play for still. 2 wins this week will guarantee us European football. And that's what we want. That's what we've always wanted at West Ham. When people say we're not ready for European football, you've got to be ready for European football.
Yeah, that's it. As I said before on PMPs, we're not equipped for the Champions League, but we are equipped for the Europa League. We've got players there to complete. If we get the Europa League, even the Europa Conference, we've got players there in the squad now that can compete, that can put on a decent showing in Europe and cope with the Premier League. You've only got to look at the fact of how many games we played in a short period of time this season, and we were in the form of our lives at that point. We were playing every other 3 days and we were winning games. It's only since, funny enough, the games have started being a bit spread out that we've dropped off a little. So, I think we've got a side to compete on all them bases next season. As I said before, I thought the Champions League would have been a step too far because of the investment that would have been needed coming on. But as I said, we've got to get these 3 points now. We've been saying all season, if we finish in Europe, it would be fantastic. Look, we've had a great season. Let's not let it down now by not getting these 3 points in these next 2 games that we need to confirm a European spot.
Yeah, you don't want to sort of end the season with a few disappointing results and the sort of, because I've noticed the last couple of weeks the negativity is starting to come back into the fan base a bit where, we don't really need that at the moment. Let's just get through this season. Let's hope that we finish on a high, and then whatever anger you've got towards the board, because they know we still don't like them. But, let's worry about that. Let's see this season out. And look, we're not there on Sunday, but I hope that the 10,000 now, will enjoy the game. They're there to see West Ham hopefully pick up the 3 points, finish on a high, and then it's been a great season. But yeah, I mean, on tonight's game, I mean, looking at the midfield for us, it's just basic Souček and Rice. There was a lot of rumours going around Twitter earlier that Declan Rice was injured and he was out again. I don't know who started them rumours, but I think ex-employee sort of put that to bed straight away.
Yeah.
So, yeah, great to have Declan Rice back in. He got some match fitness back the other night. So let's hope that we'll see the Declan Rice that we've seen in the early parts of the season, where he gets on the ball, goes for little runs, sticks his foot in, breaks up play. Thomas Souček, I'm looking forward to tonight. I think that he'll be getting in the box a lot more now that he knows that Rice can cover him a bit more. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mate.
Yeah, that's it, mate. And that's the thing. It's like we said, we were saying before, our Souček sort of died off a little goal scoring wise because probably Rice has not been in there with him. We saw Rice come back. He got the full 90, which was good to see, a bit unexpected. But we need Souček to pop up with a goal tonight. He hasn't scored for a little while. He hasn't looked the threat either that he's been. And, these are teams now where you take your opportunity, you put it in the back of the net, get early goal, their confidence isn't there, and that's the thing. We need the Rice Souček combination is why we are where we are, because of the way they've dominated midfields and they've got that, that push and pulls together, if you know what I mean. They work well together as a team. And Rice was a breath of fresh air having back in the side. It just a shame that certain other players didn't step up that game. It wasn't that boost that we were expecting having Rice coming back in. Do you know what I mean? It didn't boost the other players. Look, don't get me wrong, we weren't awful against Brighton, but we didn't do enough. I'd rather see us be awful, but do enough and win the game today, because points is all that matters.
It's funny how football comes around in circles, doesn't it? Because 9 years ago today, Big Sam took us up in the playoffs, and now today he could put a massive dent in us getting European football. So it's crazy. And believe me, like Big Sam will be wanting to get one over on us tonight massively, because the way he was treated by the board, obviously, when he left the club. So, but you look, as we said in the stats, since he's left the club, he hasn't beaten us, and let's hope that continues. Yeah,
exactly, mate, exactly. And that's it. The thing is, it's probably it's a bittersweet for him, isn't it? Because he's probably got good memories and good things about the club and what he achieved for the club, getting them back into the Premier League, winning the playoff final.
I'll be honest with you, Scott. I've got no problem with Big Sam. I've got no problem with Big Sam. I actually liked him when he was West Ham manager. And as you said, we talk about the playoff final. That was one of the best days of me supporting West Ham being there that day. It was unbelievable. Yeah. Even now, when I see the Vaz Tate, everyone's been posting videos. Every time I see that goal, I still get goosebumps, because I remember that exact moment when it hit the back of the net and I knew that we was the Premier League again.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. Look how crazy it is. Like you saying that, you think this was a playoff final, we were getting in the Premier League, and Blackpool are now in League One playoffs. Our things have changed. Teams have gone up and down. It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's the way the football is at the minute.
I thought he was going to say that's the way the cookie crumbles. The back four tonight, standard. Kufal right back, Dawson, Ogbonna and Creswell. I'm looking for a lot more out of Creswell tonight, getting forward a lot more, because he was sort of isolated against Brighton. He couldn't get forward as much as we like him to, and he set pieces from the corners wasn't great. It wasn't up to what Creswell's standard's been this season, but no, a big game for Creswell tonight.
Yeah, that's it. Do you know what's worried me over the last couple of games, the Everton game and the Brighton game? The goals we've conceded are simple goals. Do you know what I mean? It's been a simple ball through the two centre halves that we've not dealt with. And we thought with Bonner coming back in, that had tightened up a bit. Defensively, we didn't do too much wrong against Brighton, but it just seems to be that simple pass, that easy little through ball that's outdone us both times. And, we need to tighten up. I think with Creswell, maybe coming back from injury, maybe it was a cautious game from him. Do you know what I mean? He didn't want to probably didn't want to get forward as much. He's still got that in the back of his mind. He had that injury. He's just come back. We've seen with players in the past, we've rushed them back in and they've picked up another injury and then they're out for a longer period. So let's just hope it was just that, a bit of nerves from him coming back so quickly from the injury that he had, and he can go on and put a ball. Because it said our crossing has been one of the best things this season, and lately it's been shocking again. Yeah,
I'll be honest with you, mate. I think the game will be a bit more open for us tonight against West Brom than it was against Brighton, because defensively I thought Brighton set up perfect and they frustrated us. But tonight we've got 3 players that are playing behind Antonio that can unlock that defence. Ben Rama, Jesse Lingard and Fornells. I mean, Jesse Lingard, the last 3 games hasn't been up to what the standard he was when he first started at West Ham, but you got to expect that. You can't expect players to be 10 out of 10 every game. No. But that's when other players around him have to take control of the ball and take the pressure off of Lingard a bit.
That's it, and that's what we were saying. I was saying the other night, where someone needs to step up to the plate and grab the game by the scruff of the neck, and Lingard's done that in games this season since he signed for us, and he's gone off the boil a little bit. But that should be where another player should step up and take the mantle, and like you said, take that pressure off, because we can't just rely on a one man to win us games. We're not a one man team; we're a team, and we've been a team all the way through. Even before Lingard was there, we've been a team, and done what we've done. Lingard there seems to be the catalyst to push on a bit further. Now, just because he's gone off the boil a little bit doesn't give the other players the excuse to do that. They've got to step up, and this is it. This is when. It's men against boys now. This is when the men step up and the boys shy away. And I don't want to see us be boys. I want to see us be men, and that's what we need.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, looking at the bench as well, Scott, we've got a strong bench. We've got Balbuena, Yarmolenko, Noble, Bowen, Diop, Fredericks, Johnson, Randolph, and Odie Becker, who he never gets on, does he, Odie Becker? He's just there to make up the bench, really. But Bowen's a good option to come off the bench, as is Yarmolenko, I suppose. I'm not his biggest fan, but Bowen's, if we need to change things up, Bowen's probably going to be the man. You probably look at it, get to about 65 minutes, 70 minutes, and that change is going to happen. Ben Rama for Bowen, unless the game's going well, or obviously there's an earlier injury.
Yeah, that's it. The unfortunate thing with Moyes is he doesn't like to make changes, and normally when he does, they are quite predictable changes. It is just one on, one off, straight swap, and hopefully we don't need to see it. Let's hope we get ourselves in a comfortable position and we get the chance to see Odebeko again. It'd be nice to see him without a bit of pressure on him. He come on against United, didn't have the best of games when he did come on. So, let's get ourselves in front, get a bit comfortable, give the lad a chance, because we're seeing what he can do in the under-23s. So there's a talent there, but I just think maybe the way the first team play doesn't suit him. It's one of them. You can't, with Antonio fit, Antonio starts, but you'd love to see us be in a comfortable position to get him off the bench, and give Antonio a bit of rest and go and get yourself a goal to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Alan's saying we need to hit the ground running tonight. And that's bang on. We need to start. The tempo has to be from the first whistle to the last. We have to be on it tonight.
Yeah, massively, mate. Massively. That's exactly it. That it's the nail on the head. There's not much more that we know what we need the boys to do, and let's hope they go and do it.
Yeah, Theodore, the Pussycat, Ben Rama scoring a brace tonight. We'd all love to see that, wouldn't we? Well, I think there's no West Ham fans out there that wanted Ben Rama to foul. You know,
No.
we can see there's a talent there. It's just that he's been in and out of the team this season, but let's hope now that goal's giving him confidence. He gets another one tonight. He starts again on Sunday. As I said, he ends the season on a high.
Exactly. And that's it. And the thing is, as we've said before, excuse me, but stepping up from the Championship's a tough league. Premier League's a different level. And sometimes players don't smash it straight away. We've seen flashes of what Ben Rama can do. As I've spoke about before, I can understand why Moyes is probably frustrated with him and doesn't pick him week in, week out, which is hard for Ben Rama, because when you get going, he seems to get going a bit and then finds himself out the side. But Moyes knows the way Moyes wants teams to play, and he knows what he wants his players to do. So he knows there's a talent there. He knows there's a good player there in Ben Rama. He's just probably trying to work out how he's going to get the best out of him. And like you said, tonight could be a game where, as we've said before in the past, when we've had Lanzini himself and Lingard playing, we need them ball players. We need them players who want to get on the ball, who want to do the little 1-2s, a little triangle passing. West Brom's going to be a side where we need to do that, but we need to do that from the off. We need to get that passing going, quick passing momentum all the way through. I think we saw it in spells against Brighton, especially towards the end of the first half. But then we stopped again, and that's why we're finding ourselves in this little lack of form at the minute. We're playing in spells and not taking the opportunity when it arrives in the spell to get a goal. We're wasteful in front of goal, and in the final third, as we saw against Brighton, our decision making has been shocking.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, mate. Nathan's saying the Spuds are losing 2-1. That's a massive help if they lose. I'm going 4-1 for the Hammers. I don't know. I think someone put up there they've got like 6 minutes injury time at
still
White Hart Lane.
Yeah, so, I can just see it out of the corner of my eye in my mirror, and 6 plus 6 minutes.
So, but do you know what? Even if they nick a late equaliser, a point is still good for us.
Exactly, mate. Exactly, and that's it. We can't keep relying on teams. Everton have finished 1-0 winners. We can't rely on other teams. We've got to just concentrate on what we can control, and that's winning our games.
Yeah, no, definitely. Peter saying, please, West Ham, 3 points is a must tonight. I'm bricking it. I think we're all bricking it, mate, inside, I feel I might have to go to the toilet just before kick-off just to squeeze one out. I'm nervous, Scott. It's the business end of the season, isn't it now? It's the penultimate game before the end of the season. But I can't believe there's only 2 games left of this season. It's gone so quick.
I know, mate. And the thing is as well, I'd rather be bricking it, worrying that we're going to finish in Europe than sitting here going, we need a win tonight to stay up. It was nice. It was nice the end of last season to get to that Norwich game where we knew we were safe. And, when we put Norwich to the sword, we know West Brom know they're relegated. We know, we need to pick up some points. So maybe this is the time now to us to put West Brom to the sword.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I just had a comment up there. Phil was saying, sorry, Ben Rama for me is like a rabbit in the headlights at time. And I do get where he's coming from when he says that, because I think sometimes he tries to over-try. He's trying to do too much. But as we said the other week, I think someone like Ben Rama will thrive in front of crowds because he's one of them players that wants to entertain and sort of show off a bit and showboat. A bit like what Joe Cole used to do for West Ham. Joe Cole used to love to do them little tricks and flicks, and we love that at West Ham. We love it we've seen Di Canio and players like that down the years that like to entertain the crowd. And I think Ben Rama could be one of them players.
Yeah, definitely, mate, definitely, and that's it. And it's again doing it in the right areas and doing it in the right areas and doing it at the right times. You saw, he scored the goal. Scored the equaliser against Brighton, and he's run off to celebrate. You can see Moyes shouting at him, "Get the ball, get back, don't celebrate," and that's it. He'll learn, and as I think him getting that goal the other night will take that pressure up, and we'll see a more relaxed Ben Rama today.
There's a few people in the chat, Scott, saying that Fabianski's injured and Randolph's starting now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. There's no.
Fabianski limping off. Fabianski's injured. Do you know what? I think as much as I'll be gutted because I like Fabianski, but Randolph's a decent backup, and he hasn't let us down when he's come into the team this season. So he always seems with Fabianski, he always seems to pick up the injuries in warm-ups, doesn't he?
Yeah,
like before the game. It's been a couple of times this season he's done that.
I think this is this will be, if it's true, this is the second time, second or third time he's got injured in a warm-up. You know, and it's disappointing if it is.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. So, Scott, where are we winning this game tonight? And don't say the Hawthorns.
Well, Villa have just won 2-1. I've just seen that.
Oh, I love that. Say that again, Scott, and say it slow.
Villa have just won 2-1.
Yes.
So,
you know what? I'm celebrating, but we need to do our job tonight. If we do our job, I'll celebrate on post-match pint tonight.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. But yeah, winning. Where's this? As I said, I think this is the midfield today. The midfield, the battle in the midfield, stopping Pereira. That's where we win and lose this game.
Yeah, 100%, mate. There's a lot of people in the chat happy with the Spurs result, obviously. I'm just looking to see about Fabianski. But that's a blow if we've lost him. It is a massive blow.
I can't change my channel. I mean, I ain't got my remote on me, so I can't have a look.
That's all right. Do you know what? If it as I said, Randolph will come in and do a job, you know.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, we'd rather have Fabianski in goal, but you know, like you said, Randolph he'll put a shift in. He's not as good as Fabianski, but there's enough there to win the game without Fabianski. You know, let's be honest, right? We're not going into this game now with Fabianski going off and we're putting Roberto in goal.
Don't ever say that. Don't never say them words again, Scott. But do you know what? Even Everton. I mean, Everton are winning. They go on 59 points, same as us. Arsenal are on 58. You know, they've crept right up. They were 9-10 points behind us a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
it just shows what a bit of form can do for Arsenal because they've won their last 3. So now they're up there on 58, and you know there might be an opportunity. They might sneak into Europa League. I mean, imagine how mental that'd be. So this is we've got to win. We have to win. This
is with Everton's result and Arsenal's result. This is a must win. I think our goal difference is. I think we've got 6 or 7 goals over Everton. So win tonight. You know, even if we just matched Everton's result, win 1-0, so long as we don't get battered against Southampton and they steamroller whoever they've got at the last game of the season.
The thing is, Everton have got Man City, but the thing is, Man City, they don't care. You see them last night against Brighton. Yeah. You know, against Newcastle, they conceded 3 goals. All right, they score 4 and 1, but it's one of them. I think City at the moment are just going out and having a bit of a laugh on the pitch.
The thing is, right, I'm just going to double check it. Bear with me. Let's have a look. The bonus for us is that City are at home.
Yeah.
And they're going to have fans in the ground.
Tottenham go to Leicester as well, didn't they? And
Tottenham go Leicester. Leicester need to win to have any chance of finishing in the top 4. And Everton have been better away from home than they have at home. But the fact that City are at home, going into the Champions League final as well, being crowned champions, this is the first game they'll have back realistically in the Premier League with fans in the ground at their ground. They're going to want to put on a bit of a show. So, you know, I've got a feeling that City will do the job there. But as we said, worry about us. Let's get our win and then go into that last game. Said win tonight, it practically guarantees us so long as we don't get hammered and Everton win by 3 or 4.
It's frustrating because we could have been in such a better position,
much more comfortable.
You know, you look back at the Arsenal game when we threw it away, the Newcastle game, the Brighton game the other day, Everton at home. You know, we'll look back at them results at the end of the season and we'll be like, what if? You know, we might have made. But do you know what, Scott? Roy May Jr. has donated $5. I haven't had a chance to say it, but congrats on a new addition to the family, Scott. Now let's go and beat the snot out of West Brom. Come on, your irons. Your new baby boy needs to see a win, Scott. He's had 2 defeats.
I know. He's lost and a draw. It ain't good, is it? It ain't good. But as I said, every year one of my children have been born, West Ham have finished in the top. Well, I don't think we'll do it this year. I think when my daughter was born, we finished 4th in the Championship. When Cody was born was the last season at the Bowling. So I'm trying to make it a hat trick of very high up finishes when my children have been born.
Well, when Graham was born, it was when they formed Thames Ironworks. So
exactly. So, you know.
And not the Sunday League team as well. But right, it's that time of the show, Scott, where we're going to go into the predictions in the last 5 minutes. So, Scott, what's your prediction?
Oh, my heart says comfortable 3-0, but my mind is telling me this is going to be another scrappy affair. I think we're going to nick it 2-1.
2-1, yeah. Well, I'm going to go for, I fancy a 3-1 win tonight. I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham. I really think we're going to put on a show. This might come back to bite me, so I'll delete the video later if it does. But, I'm going to go for it, mate. 3-1 win. Kent Hammers is saying 3-1. Lisa can't make it. 3-1, or I'm obviously saying 1-0 and not 11-1. I'm sure she means 1-0 there, but yes. Let's have a look. Wayne's going 3-1. Ben Rama double. Will's going 4-0 West Ham. Callum's going 3-0 West Ham. 2-0 West Ham. 4-1. Benny hat-trick. Odubeku off the bench.
Seeing that.
I'd love to see that. 4-1 West Ham. 5-1 West Ham. 3-0 West Ham. So look, you can see, Scott, there's a lot of people in here that fancy us tonight, but we had the same against Brighton, didn't we?
Yeah.
Matthews going 3-0. Mickey, Jesse and Suchek smash. I'd like to see Antonio get on the score sheet tonight. I really would. Shiny G is 5-1. We will come out on fire. Come on, you ones. Ben's going 4-1 West Ham. Triple X is going for 1-1.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a couple of scores. People saying we're going to lose this one as well now.
Dean's going 2-0. Steve's going 3-1. Craig's going 2-0. There's a lot of people. Terry's going 2-1. Jack's going 4-0. Stuart O'Brien's going 4-0. The Isle of Hammers is going 1-0. I think we'll all take that, mate. We'll all take that. Roy May Jr. is going 2-0 West Ham. Vinay's going, I will take a 1-0 scruffy win. Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely, mate. I think we all would, wouldn't we?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Exactly. That's, we said win's a win. I don't care how we get it. Just get the win.
Pat Hammers is going 2-0. The mighty Rip Roaring Irons. The disabled team's going 1-0. Brian saying it was Kane's last home game. Oh, I love that. I really hope it is. Because then you'll see Gareth Bale go back to Madrid. Son go as well because he won't be happy. And then, yeah. a lot of rebuilding now, I think. 5-0 West Ham. Let's have a look. Patrick's going 1-0. So, yeah, you can see from the scores tonight, Scott, there's a lot of confidence in the fans. Yeah. We're looking forward to it tonight. But we said the same against Brighton and we was let down a bit. So let's hope that David Moyes is in that change room now. Declan Rice is up, giving the boys a little last-minute speech. Noble's piping up as well. G and the boys up. Kevin Nolan's booting someone around the change room. Because... as we said, mate, we need these 3 points tonight.
Yeah,
100% we need them. And as I said, I'm confident we're going to get them tonight, mate. I really do. I'm really looking forward for a good performance from West Ham tonight. We'll have our tricky periods. We know that every side that Big Sam puts out, they'll have their moments, but it's just how we deal with them. And Ogbonna and Dawson have got to be on it tonight. Ogbonna got some game time the other day, so yeah, Any last thoughts you want to say, Scott?
Well, Miss Amaret's just said Fabs is in goal on Sky, so that's a big boost. So that's what we need. So
at the moment we don't know who's in goal. Someone's the pink Randolph, Fabianski. But speaking of goalkeepers, Scott, the West Brom goalkeeper could be in the sticks for West Ham next season. Sam Johnson, he's a goalkeeper that we're linked with. I was reading the other day that there's a deal sort of already been done. So
that's good.
He could be a great option next season to challenge Fabianski.
Oh yeah, more saying Fabianski's out, so it'll be different. I'll change over my channel in a minute and we'll be out to sea. But no, he's not a bad goalkeeper, so it'd be good. Be good to have another keeper come in and challenge him. It's what we need to see.
Yeah, 100%, mate. But Scott, we've got 10 minutes for kickoff, so we're going to get a drink.
Yep.
And watch the game. Not together, unfortunately. Make sure you stay on the channel. First of all, thank you to everyone for getting involved tonight. We love doing this show. We love getting you involved. We love reading your comments and score predictions. As always,
is in goal. Sorry.
Oh, Randolph, right, it's confirmed. Randolph is in goal. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Follow us on this journey that we're on at the moment. We're really enjoying it. Hit the like button as well, because why, Scott? Why is it important to hit the like button?
Because it helps with the Google algorithm.
I only got you to say that because I can't say it either. Make sure you stay on the channel. Dan will be up with a watch along. I don't think Nicky's on tonight because he's got a problem with his internet. So I don't know who Dan's got doing it with him. He might have a mystery guest coming on. Stick with Dan. Then after the game, me, Scott and Graham will be doing post-match pint live straight away. And Dan will be doing the fan cam. So that's it, mate. Scott, let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. And this game, we get the 3 points. And listen, one thing left to say, Scott.
Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons. 3 points tonight, boys. Come on.